I joined DA because for starters, I wanted to learn more about myself, more about my culture and what I come from, and ultimately more about what wasn't in the history books growing up.
So I did diversity ambassadors as a way for cultural exchange and an exploration of identity.
In the community, you learn that your voice matters. I know when I heard of the opportunity that DA was, it caught my attention because something that's really important to me is finding community within my community.
We start from the ground up. First, we need to develop an understanding and an awareness of the different experiences, backgrounds, and identities that exist, in our world.
I come from a diverse background, half black, half Mexican. So without diversity, I would not even be here. So it really means a lot.
Everybody is different in their own way, and then we have to make sure that we understand that. And then being diverse means that you can kind of cultivate yourself into more communities.
You could come from this background and that background. So it literally means everyone being different and also coming together and owning those differences and recognizing it.
Well, so far we've made efforts to kind of start sparking up conversations, learning more about one another. There's 16 other people in the club other than myself, and we started kind of having conversations about where we come from, what we know about civil rights, what we know about our own cultures, and kind of sharing that with one another. We've also started fundraising efforts towards our trip during spring break.
People donating to DA will allow a group of kids to go to the South and experience what civil rights activists went through during their process and during the civil rights era.
I feel like it's an investment into the community. Whether or not you identify with the black community, I feel like it's helping other people who necessarily didn't get to know about their community get to know about it better.
We don't take many African American study classes in the K-12 system. You don't learn much about it in college. You focus a lot on your major. So it's really going to give me a reality check of where we came from and how we developed as a culture or as a race.
So what I want to do as Diversity Ambassador is to go out and learn how to work with the community. I need to know what the community's problems are and how we can join together in solidarity and help lift each other up. We did have this open mic tonight, which was a really nice way to connect. I think it also brought me a lot closer with my fellow DA members.
Tonight, magic happened. I think tonight was a really beautiful night, right? We often forget that our narratives are just important as healing. And when we're able to vocalize that, we're able to unleash all these emotions that are suppressed, that we're not allowed to speak up, we're not allowed to feel in the classroom. So I feel like creating this space, really, people were telling me this is the best night of my life. Thank you so much for having this space. I really didn't know I needed art around me. This is so beautiful.
I didn't know that one of our members, Jordan, was such a beautiful poet. I didn't know my other friend Sharon, she had such a wonderful voice. She's a great dancer. We got a lot of real raw feelings in this community space, and I think that's really important, and hopefully we can all work together just like we did tonight, but then share that outside of our community.
But I think one of the biggest things is just being able to engage at a much deeper level with other individuals and with people from all experiences.
It's exciting to see people kind of be like, oh, we didn't even know you were, Kenyan, you look so African American. I'm like, yeah. And then having people actually listen to the background of your life and seeing the real you. Because a lot of people, they see a lot of different things when they see me, but those people who look inside, which is DA, that's the space, they really see it. So I love that.
This is something very unique. I feel like a lot of campuses don't really do this. I haven't ever really heard of my counterparts at other campuses doing something like diversity ambassadors.
DA has been rewarding so far, just out of how many people that I connect with in this group.
When you support that community, you're supporting people who will later be on to be educators, who are later going to be on to create these communities that we're needing now. If you think you're being oppressed, you can do something about it, because the oppressor is that much, and then there's all these people being oppressed. If we all just come together, it's very easy. It's been done before.
There's nothing better than giving students knowledge, because we pump that knowledge back into the community, and it makes everybody around us less ignorant and a lot more educated about our culture and the experiences we've had in the past. So it's really an investment in our future, I feel like.
I think I will be able to better myself as an individual with interacting with other people, interacting with different cultures, and how people learn, how people decide to live life. It will make you more respectful of those people.
I think the most rewarding opportunity, I would say, is that I have the opportunity to get the opinion of 17 other people and really hear it from other people's perspective versus my own personal opinion.
In fact, this is not just about us, 17 people going on this trip. This is much bigger than that. This movement is kind of something that we're trying to do, but it starts very small. It starts with us kind of getting ourselves together, getting the fundraising together, and then once we are able to actually execute the trip when we come back, I think that's when we can actually say, I'm a diversity ambassador, and this is my time to share.
I'm just really excited for what we're going to learn, how we're going to grow together, what I'm going to learn within the communities, because I really want to bring that back. I want to make sure that what I learn, I get to share.
How we do that is by supporting people, by creating these spaces. Simple as that, like reclaiming spaces is something that we need to do to support our communities.
And so I think if I could share anything, it would be to support movements such as this, so that we can start cultivating these conversations amongst our youth, amongst students on campuses. This is much bigger than just a few, $100,000 for a trip. This is much, much bigger than that. It's a movement. It's something that I'm really passionate about, that I know all of my peers in the group are really passionate about, and I hope that we can ignite passion in other people who would support us on this trip.